Alright, so it's extremely windy today, but I'm in a little pocket here, so hopefully it won't be too bad. So, just recently I came across this concept called Chesterton's fence. I'd never heard of it before, and basically there's like a metaphor. It's like modern times, and you're like going down this nice road, and all of a sudden there's like this super old, rickety old, outdated fence from like 150 years ago. You're like, what in the world is this here for? This thing's obsolete now, and your instinct is to tear it down because it doesn't match the way things are now. And what it's a metaphor for is things like old school ideas and practices and traditions that served a purpose in the past and now are clearly outdated. You can see the holes in them. It's time to move on and advance. But that you shouldn't tear them down, break them down until you understand why they exist in the first place. Like, if there was a good reason for that fence to be there, what you should do is discover why the fence is there and then rebuild a good fence, a fence that would be in line with what we'd expect nowadays, an updated fence, and then take the old fence down. Well, the same thing, like if you come upon a tradition or an idea or a practice that has holes in it that doesn't make sense, you should find out what human need or what kind of purpose it served, why it was implemented. And if it is outdated, if we've outgrown it, you can just take it down. But if it served a purpose that still needs to be served now, then you need to come up with a better thing to serve the same purpose. Maybe there was a lot of untruths and fantasies and things that are just craziness and have really no bearing or point being around now. So try to address the same needs in a way that doesn't employ so much fantasy, in a way that isn't so untruthful. And obviously that's going to be challenging, but the point is to not destroy things before you understand them. And that can be challenging when you see a lot of bad things in the fence, so to speak. Like, because obviously it being a metaphor, a tradition or an idea can do a lot more damage and delude people and stuff, whereas a fence is just a pointless fence sitting there, so it's not as bad. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that concept out there so that you would be aware of it. Maybe Google Chesterton's fence and see what you can find on it and see how it impacts your thinking and your worldview.